Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing well. It's Paul with Washington Pro Carpet Cleaning on my way to the island to take care of a home that has all white wool carpeting. Got a lot of that up there on Bainbridge Island. And she does have dogs. It's a move out. It is a living room. It's a sunk down living room with a little step, a hallway, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and a walk-in closet. So let's go check it out. So the bathroom, surprisingly, and the master closet are not too bad at all. I've got the Zinger pad ready. I'm going to use nothing but Zinger today, but right here is where the dog laid. Yep, right there. I took a flashlight and I separated the fibers, and the oil from the dog is just on the surface, unlike the other job. You can see all these spots, those are blood. But if you remember my last video, they had a dog, the body oils were everywhere. For 8 years, they never cleaned it, so the oil soaked all the way through the carpet, backing, padding, into the subfloor. What a mess. And it took, 7 or 8 pads to get it out, so this will be a different story. It should clean up real nice. I've got my Green Dragon mixed up. I've got my Mighty Eco 14 Pro Light. Check out this challenge. We're going to bust through that with the Green Dragon today, hopefully. And we'll use the Auric on the little step there. Scrub those clean. I'm just going to show you the after work that I've got done in the back room first, and then I'll show you the actual workout in the family room. So you can see the biggest problem with being that it was pouring rain is I had to get some Windex and a rag, and I had to soak down the wheels and clean everything because all the dirt and the pine needles and the water coming into the house. That is definitely something I'm going to correct soon. You can see the wheels, they're 10-inch. They pick up a lot of dirt. But here's where the dog laid. You could see all the oil completely removed, unlike yesterday's job or the day before. There it is again, just beyond the door. Beautiful. All the blood in the hallways completely removed. There's the Zinger I used next to a new one for contrast, or a clean one, I should say. Here's the second bedroom. I got a weird shadow in that one. I don't know why, but it cleaned up beautiful if you see it in person. Same with the hallway. Looking fantastic. And this is the one we're going to tackle. And I'm going to hit it with a Zinger pad. Spray it real heavy with the Green Dragon, and then go over the soiled areas first, pre-scrub them, and then come back with another pad and go completely over the entire carpet again. And you know, a lot of people were saying, oh, you need a degreaser, add this, do that, you know, to the job the other day. But the big difference, and that's why I wish I would have showed you looking at where the dog laid, separating the fiber and looking below, below the fiber to see how far that layer of body oil or the oil from the dog's hair penetrated. So you could see that the fibers underneath were still white and the fibers on the top were coated with the body oil. So I knew it would be a different story this time. And in the last job, it was nothing that I was doing that was wrong, or there was nothing with the Fire Dragon product that was wrong. There was nothing that I needed to add to it or use different equipment. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I did it the right way. It just took me a long time because the oils from the dog's hair, I think it was a big black lab, they never cleaned the carpet for 8 years. The oil had saturated itself all the way down through the carpet, the backing, the pad. So we were doing a deep clean there, and that should never occur. But what's good about that is it prompted me today, as soon as I saw and she said that's where the dog laid, I was like, oh no. I got my little flashlight out, and I took the blade of my knife and I just separated the fiber so I could look down in it. You could clearly see that the oils were on the surface, so I knew we would not have a problem. I also learned something today which nobody told me about my Mighty Eco, and that is that even though it's wheels down, and you've seen me maybe in a couple cases where I'm having problems maneuvering it in closets or tight spaces or whatnot, or rolling it back and forth. Well, here I'm going to show you in just a moment. If you lift the handle, you see that the wheels come off the ground, and now it's like a regular orbital, just like the Auric Orbiter or the Challenger. You can move it in any direction you want. So that came in real handy in the back rooms. I was able to just kind of push up a little bit on the handle, get the wheels above the ground, slide it. I would go down one row, lift it, or just move the handle up, I should say, no pressure, and slide it over to the left and then come back and then lift it. It was, instead of trying to roll it into the direction, you could use it almost like a regular orbiter that doesn't have wheels down. So I was pretty happy about that. Pretty amazing. And I will say that the place was pre-vacuumed, but there was a lot of little stuff, and it could have even came in on my machine, I don't know, but little pine needles and leaves and little crap fuzz balls. So I decided I was going to post-vac when I was done, and I did use my Sanitaire, the commercial vacuum. I said I would never use a regular vacuum on damp carpet. It didn't ruin, but it almost ruined my Eureka Power Speed. I had to pull it completely apart, dry it out, clean it, and it was clogged tight. Well, today, the Sanitaire at the end of the job, I don't show it, but they're bagless. It's a shakeout bag, and I'll be danged if the moisture didn't it made a clogged mess out of my vacuum. So I'm either A, going to put my VacMaster, the big 2-stage high-powered 8-gallon shop vac with the special rolling brush tool for vacuuming. I may have to go back to the wet dry vac so that in cases like this, if I want to post vac, I'll be able to do it. I don't know how. I know some guys, unless you sit around and wait for it to completely dry before you post vac it, but and the carpets were not that damp. It's just it picked up a lot of the loose debris and stuff that was probably damp. You'll see here, this was the first bad idea, Paul. When the plug didn't work, I should have heeded the warning. Oh God, what a nut. But I just hate that, and the shakeout bag, I don't know, I shook it out afterwards, and I think you can turn it inside out, but there was definitely moisture in there, and there was definitely, from the previous job, that nightmare job, I vacuumed that, and I didn't dump it because he didn't have a trash can there, so I had all that nasty dog hair in the bag, and the moisture just solidified that hair all to the inside of the bag. So depressing. And if you're gonna do orbital pad cleaning or BLM, I guess you gotta have a good high-powered shop vac, wet dry vac, so that you can come out, you watch my videos, a few months back in June, I think. In the month of June and July, we're using it. I loved the thing, but then I thought, well, it's just one more thing to carry in, plus the hose, plus the wand. Let me see what I can find. And I found this Sanitaire, which I really like it. But technically, it should only be used on completely dry carpet. So, and I did have the setting up high enough. I know some people say they changed the setting. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but what a pain in the butt. So now I have to take this one apart and clean it out. Like I said, the takeout bag, I'm turning it inside out. It has a flap on the bottom, right near the opening where everything comes into the bag. And that thing got kind of damp, and I don't know if that little flap is supposed to be there, and when you turn it off, the flap goes down to prevent stuff from dropping back down into the motor out of the bag. I don't know how it works, but anyway. So you may end up seeing my shop vac. And again, like I said, go back to June. That shop vac's amazing. It's about, 3.5 feet, 4 feet high. It looks like an extractor. It's not really that heavy, but it definitely would have taken care of all of this debris, no problem, without messing itself up. And I even have wet dry bags, so you can go that route. So anyway, that's after the vacuum, looking absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna catch this hallway and then I'll get down to the living room. Okay, now for this living room that came out absolutely beautiful. And keep in mind, I'm not vacuuming in sequence or in any pattern. I'm just trying to go over the post-vacuum and pick up any of the debris that popped loose while I cleaned it. So you're going to see me kind of sporadically move this thing around and just pick up all the stuff. And it's doing a wonderful job. It's just, I just don't know what to tell you about the moisture, and I don't think you're supposed to vacuum even moist carpet with a regular vacuum. It should be in the rule book somewhere. Oh gosh, the Paul's Washington Pro rule book for Sanitaire vacuums. So this will come out absolutely beautiful when I'm done. Customer requested a before and after picture. They wanted just this room, so since they weren't there, so I will post a before and after at the very end of the video so that you can see what I sent her. So stay tuned. And I did use, like I said, nothing but the Zinger pads from the EncapStore.com. They're the white microfiber. I think they're 100% polyester, which surprises me, but they have the scrubbing strips. And I did bring the Auric Orbiter in for that little step-down stair. I didn't show it here, but I also used a 13-inch Zinger pad. So the exact same pad that we used throughout. I feel like I picked up plenty of soil, and the carpets are looking good, especially for wool. And just as the way we came in, we'll be leaving the same way, pouring rain. That's why it's so beautiful and green up here in the evergreen state. All right, I'm gonna pack things up. Let me show you the final result. Absolutely gorgeous. This was before, and this was after. Green Dragon to the rescue. I'll see you in the next episode.